this one. Let's take a look at this replay. So who did you face middle in this game?
Ari.
Oh, ooh,
And
okay.
I checked afterward because she seemed to space everything out perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And I checked like her champion level,
Mm-hmm.
and she has 400k on
Ah,
Ari.
it doesn't matter. They can be 500k and still be
I know, but it
unf
just seemed like she knew exactly
what to do.
like like she spaced everything. She moved where she needed to be. She knew exactly how far my things went.
Mm-hmm.
Like she hit me with a max charm, and it just felt like
Felt
you
like
know.
she was scripting.
Well, maybe not scripting, but
uh,
more so she knew where I was, like what I was, or like how far everything she
mm-hmm.
needed to use and spaced it out accordingly to when I used my abilities.
Alright, so let's take a look here. Alright, so where are we gonna look? We're gonna be focusing on this one. Okay, so first things first. Let's talk about this. Let's pause this for a second. Alright, let's talk about Ignite. Now, I've seen Azir carry Ignite if you're playing the aggressive type, if you're facing someone you can dominate mid lane. But if you're very new to Azir, get a defensive summer spell such as
Barrier.
Barrier, Cleanse, Heal. Those three. Those three. Because
Okay.
with Ignite, usually I've seen Ignites if you're confident. If you're confident in your lane. And it can be 50-50 if you're confident in lane, if you can out-bully your lane. And of course, with Azir, he can't literally 100 to 0 anyone. That's why sometimes people bring Ignite to finish the job. But right now, when you're new, just try something else. So,
Oh yeah.
mhm.
Also, I'm pre-made with the everybody but the Janna.
Okay, everyone but the Jenna. Alright, that's fine. Now remember, communication is the key here. Communication will, of course, lead you to victory. So we're gonna see what you buy here. Let me actually fix the. So jungle. Wait, what is that? Top Warwick? No, jungle.
Yes,
Oh, okay,
top Warwick.
top Warwick, Varus, AD carry, Lee Sin, middle. Top Poppy, Jungle Ramus. Okay, so alright, so we're gonna take a look here. We're gonna skim through the middle part. Alright. So hopefully we can learn a lot of things from here and how to laning phase and of course mana management with Azir. Now Azir has not the high cost, but you can spam it. Literally just
You can go
use
through it quickly.
you can go through it quickly, correct. Alright, so we're gonna talk about here. Alright, so when we're talking about laning phase, we're talking about farming because Azir is not an early champion. He scales as the game goes on. He
Mhm.
has very poor damage early game, very poor farming, and of course very poor mana. So we're gonna see what you do here. Go and take a look at this one. Alright, so you're gonna be farming with your Q. There you go. We're gonna skim through this a little bit here.
I'm also not great at farming.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay, but I feel like this game I did pretty good. But there will be times where I'll probably miss one that's like right in front of my face.
Alright. So you got 6 farm here. You didn't miss a lane. You didn't miss your any farm from the first wave. Alright, so you're pushing lane. You're pushing it a little bit here. We're gonna take a look here. Oh, you're gonna miss that one. Alright, so I'm trying to observe Ari's lane. Okay, there you go, there you go. You proc the Thunderlord, you bullied her out of lane. You're gonna get that CS. We're gonna see here. Alright, so she pokes you in return. She got that Thunderlord's proc, but you are still winning the trade. So it looks like you're doing completely fine early. Uh,
Just hold on. Sorry, just 1 second.
oh, you want me to pause it? Or, oh, okay. Alright, so just from my own point of view, everything looks fine here. Mm, Any phase is completely hard with Azir. I don't remember the last time I coached Azir.
Sorry about that.
Alright, you ready?
Hmm.
Alright, so completely everything's fine here. Let's talk about this. You're gonna get that one. Are you a miss cannon? Yes, you did. Okay, so you miss cannon here. Um, we're gonna skim through this a little bit. Lee Sin won't be able to gank here. Or let's see. Okay, so there's a flash. Alright, so first thing you wanna do, did you time the flash? Did you tell yourself, okay, her flash won't be up until 8 minutes.
I don't do any of that timing thing. I'm terrible with
Oh,
remembering
okay.
that kind of stuff.
All right, so that's a habit you need to learn. You need to learn how to, even especially if you look at your weak self. Okay, you're saying, okay, I'm bad at timing, what I need to improve? Timing. So next time, just what I do is this. I know it's bad to type in game because it consumes. You might miss a couple CS, but when Ari flashes or anyone flashes, type in game. Okay, Ari flash 3 minutes. Don't type. Don't do the math in your head and put there 8 minutes. Just time when she flashed. So when she flashes at 3 minutes and 30 seconds, you just put there REF 330, so it can help you out. And once
Okay.
that habit once it becomes a habit, you'll start remembering it in your head over time. So it's very important to keep up with summer spells so you know when to commit. All right, you're gonna miss that one. All right, so let's talk about it. Your mana is completely low. I'm gonna skip a little bit back here. When your mana was completely fine, we're gonna see this slow motion again. Lee Sin landed a Q. Ari flashed here. Now, you're going to be farming here. You're going to auto that. You're going to pressure her out of lane. You're going to... Is that CS? Oh, well. Alright. Alright, so we're going to see here. And you're going to miss that one as well. Alright, so, and again, like, this is something I also been noticing here. Now, this is the first thing I realized as well. Here, we're going to slow this down a bit.
I'm not really good at knowing my auto range.
Oh, it's not about the auto range as well. You're doing completely fine. Here we go. What I noticed. There you go. What did you just do?
Walked in
It
behind
walk.
my minions.
No, it's not walking behind your minions. You walked into the REQ. Now, this is why I taught a big lesson about people is when you're playing mid lane, you don't want to get bullied. It makes you a vulnerable target. Why? Is because there are 7 ways a jungler can gank you. Here, here, of course here. He can always gank from lane, and of course these 3 other lanes. Mid lane is the most important role. Why? Is because it's the most vulnerable and it controls the map. So,
Yeah.
yeah, so this is
That's normally how I die. If I die anyway, it's normally from the jungler killing me.
mm-hmm.
As I play anybody, the only mid laner I can kind of play is Veigar, and no
Oh,
matter who I play, I always die from the jungler ganking me first.
jungle Dengeki. Okay, now let's also take a look at this as well. All right, so you're pushing middle. They have a Rammus jungle. I know it's 3 minutes in and Lee Sin already ganked for you, but look how far you're pushing with no vision control. You see that? No vision control. You never want to push up because remember, when you're in game, what do you start off with? A warding totem. The warding totem helps you ward, helps you prevent ganks. So whenever it's around 3 minutes and you're gonna push more than halfway, ward, ward. When you're facing against like Rammus, I want you to ward here or here. The reason why I tell people to ward here instead of the bush is because when you ward in the bush, you can only see vision here. You know what I mean? But when
Hmm.
you ward here, you can see vision on both sides. But since this is your jungle, I'm pretty sure Rammus is doing his red. If you ward here, you can see here and here as well.
Okay.
So I want you to absorb that in your head.
You'll
On,
also notice I don't play ward. I don't place wards very often. I
all right.
always forget.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, and also that. See, you even know yourself that you forget. So that's another thing to improve on. So timing, so what I see in this game is, let's see, uh, putting wards, timing opponents' summer spells, and of course, running into their spells. So those are the 3 things we're gonna have to work on. And
I didn't
hopefully,
really notice. I didn't really think to myself how bad
hmm?
I actually do some of these things. But now that I'm actually hearing it, I
You learn.
really
Yeah, you
all
learn.
I do. I don't really do anything.
But that's fine. All right, so here you're gonna be farming. All right, so we're gonna talk about management as well. You're already pushing the lane, and you don't want to overextend. I want you to sometimes be able to try to last it with your autos instead of the soldiers, because the moment you get used to your soldiers autoing, you're not gonna be realizing that your autos do completely nothing. You have to learn how to last it with your autos so you can save mana. Now, when you spawn a soldier here, you're using your mana.
Okay.
Right? So I want you to learn how to manage your mana when it's below 50%, because you just don't know where you need to escape with your WE
Hmm.
and a Q. So your W and Q. So for example, you have your shift. If you level up shifting sands, 60, 40, 70. So it's 170 mana to do a full escape. So you always want to be above that. You see how your mana is 200?
Hmm.
That's below half. So you gotta be careful because a Rammus can get you.
Okay.
Alright, so here, alright, so you're pushing the lane here.
I used to be okay at warding. It used to be something I was good at until they changed how the warding
Yeah.
system is.
And then of
And now I
course.
don't. I'm not very good at it.
Alright, so here you thought proc Thunderlords. There you go. Alright, so. Oh.
And I get really greedy here.
Okay.
Very greedy.
Okay. Alright, so this is. Okay. So I'm gonna show you my point of view, what I could have done. Alright. So I'm at 137 mana. It cost. It cost okay, it cost 170 to do a full combo on an Ari to kill her. What I could have done is, when I have 170 mana, I put a W, dash with my E, and Q at her. And ignited her, auto-attacked her, she could have died. That's from my head, okay? I'm telling you what I see in this game, if I was in your place. But let's see what you did, alright?
Yeah.
Because you gotta tell yourself, alright, she's that low. That's an easy kill, and I also have Ignite. My Ignite does 150 true damage. And how much health does she have? She has 200 damage. So I just need to push in maybe 80 damage to kill
Wait,
her.
how much? Wait, how much does Ignite do?
150. Or what?
Oh,
Okay, what? Why is it telling me one? Oh, okay. It's 130. It's 130. So you gotta push maybe about 100 damage. But that's completely easy. Your soldiers do like 70 damage. So like an auto attack would kill her. All right.
okay.
So we're gonna see what you're gonna do here. All right. So you become greedy here. Now remember as well is that what does Ari's passive do? It heals her whenever she has that green orb and she attacks minions with her.
She gains health.
She gains health back. All right. So we're gonna see what you did here.
And because I get greedy, I stop paying attention to the minions.
All right. So let's see here. We're gonna take a look here. She charmed you here. Okay, so you missed your Q. Now you have to tell yourself, look, I have no more mana. I cannot commit anymore. So, alright, so you're gonna miss that one as well. Ari is still low. Okay, see, I wanna talk about this one as well. The moment you missed your soldiers there, and then you missed the cannon. There you go. Okay, so at this point, when you have no more mana, just auto these. No need to spawn a soldier. You gotta learn how to last hit with your auto attacks.
Okay.
All right, I don't want to see you depending on your soldiers to last hit for you.
Okay.
You can do that when it's maybe 20 minutes into the game, but like the first 10 minutes or laning phase, learn to auto attack.
Okay.
All right, so here, because there you go, you're down to 50 mana. So we're gonna see here. All right, because the reason why I want you to try to capitalize on this is we're gonna press. Let's see here. How do I see your thing? All right, so. Man, I wish there's a way to see your Thunderlords and how much damage it would do. Because right now, your Thunderlords is off cooldown, and you have Ignite up, that will instantly kill her. So, when you see your opponent this low, you gotta think to yourself, what mastery do I have? What summoner spell do I have? And how much mana do I have? Calculate all of them while you're in lane. That's why I tell people, be 2 steps ahead of yourself. Ari's this low, I have Thunderlords and Ignite to help me out.
What I'm afraid of is if I go in on Ari, she can just charm me and trade me back.
She can charm you and trade you back. Correct. That's why you gotta. This is why when I talk about mid lane, it's all about mind games. Can I kill Ari before she can charm me? Can I execute my abilities before she can do anything? Because right now Ari's scared. Why is what? She has
Full health.
You have full health versus a low health Ari.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here, let's see what happened here. So you missed the soldiers here. Now you're back to having no mana. Now she can charm you there. You were open to a charm. Alright, so she's that low. Oh, whoa. I want to see this one. Okay, so she was low and she backed off. Now, she decided to stay in lane, which was really bad. But at the same time, look, you see how you're using your soldiers to farm? That's an easy kill. So, alright, so you have no more mana here. So we're going to see this one. Why is this showing up here? What the? Why is this showing? Why this thing? What the? Alright, we're just gonna leave it like that. Alright, so we're gonna... Oh my god, this is... Alright, so we're gonna look at your mana management here. There you go. I knew it. Alright. She leveled up. And you... die. Alright. I knew it! Okay. Because okay, as the laning phase went, I was like, "Where's their Rammus?" My whole head, I didn't want to say anything. It was in my mind. Where's Rammus? But showing in this game, you were more focused on tunneling Ari instead of their jungler. See how? Because in this whole game, you never placed any wards. Throughout
Hmm.
the 5-6 minutes of laning phase, there was not a single ward. So, what killed you? Ari or the ward?
Well, probably the warding
The
since Rammus
warding.
was able to come in.
Yes. If you warded, do you think you would have committed?
Well,
Most likely,
pro-
probably.
depending if I saw him or not, right?
Yes.
Which if I did ward, I would have been able to see him sooner.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so yeah, okay, so we can do that. All right. So here, all right. So we're gonna talk about this one. All right. So we're gonna talk about again with mana management. So she leveled up is what saved her. Her leveling up is what saved her, and of course, what killed you was a Rammus taunt. So here we go.
What I should have, yeah.
There you go. The reason why, okay, so there's three things why you died. First thing, no warding. Second of all, your management is poor. Your mana management is poor. You keep using your soldiers.
Do you think right before Rammus came at me, now rewatching this, should have I flashed closer to Ari to try and get another auto attack, or would have that just been a waste?
That's a waste. You never want to trade one for one. Because you know why? Okay, so you flash ignited Ari, right?
No,
But
I didn't
oh
flash,
no
but
no
I'm just
no
thinking if I
no no
did,
no no
yeah.
no yeah. Speaking, if you flash and ignited her, you won't have flash anymore, and her flash would be up. Now think about this one. We're gonna talk a little bit about the future. Pretend you flash ignited her and killed her, and she didn't blow any summers at you. That means the next time she fights you, you're vulnerable.
Okay.
You're vulnerable to a Rammus gank, to her charm, to her ultimate, because she can dash 3 times, which will give her another kill. So it'll be 2 to 1. And is that worth? Of course not.
Okay.
So yeah, we're talking about future plays. We don't know what's gonna happen, but we're talking about better safe than sorry. So,
Okay.
all right. So here, all right. So here, died here, and also remember mana management. I don't want you to always be using your soldiers. All right, you gotta learn how to last hit with your autos.
Okay.
All right. So, all right. So can we take a look at you? I'm gonna skim through this one. So looking at your items here, I don't know why this is bugged. Why is this bug? It's like staying on that. Alright, we're gonna take a look here. Alright, so your first item, of course, is a Fiendish Codex, and this is a fine build. Completely fine. I guess you are getting a Gnash's Tooth, correct?
Yes.
Good. Alright, so that is the basic build. Alright, so you're gonna clear this one. Now you are vulnerable to a charm here. Alright, so you pressured her out of lane. Ooh, nice. Alright, so you dodged her charm. Alright, so let's talk about this one. Alright, so we're gonna talk about this one. Okay, we're gonna learn on controlling people and their summer spells. Alright, so we're gonna take a look at this one. Here, we're gonna slow motion this one down. Alright, so you traded with her here. She missed her charm because you ran away from it and you dodged as well. Now you gotta tell yourself, alright, my Q will be up in... Alright, so your Q is up right now. Now you gotta ask yourself, did Ari use her charm?
Mhm.
Is it on cooldown?
Yes.
Can I commit? Yes.
I get,
Why?
yeah.
Okay, we're gonna say yes. Why? I mean, we're not gonna fully commit, but I'm more when I say commit, bully her. Why can I bully her? Because she just used her charm.
Even over CSing?
Okay, okay. When we're talking about over CSing, now think about this. You might lose 1 or 2 minions, but how many minions is she gonna lose if she's bullied out of lane? Compared to you sticking in lane. Because the moment you bully someone out of lane, of course you may be missing 1 or 2 CS, but was the trade successful? Yes. Does that mean I can easily go in for a kill? That's even better. When you bully her out of lane, she's low, and you can realize you can kill her. Is it worth trading missing 1 to 2 minions for 300 gold? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, because with 1 or 2 CS, that's like what, 30 to 40 gold. compared to 300 gold. So you want to bully her out of lane when you have an opportunity. We're talking about here getting an opportunity to bully a person and taking an opportunity to kill them. Because at this moment, your Q was up already, and she didn't have her charm. This is glitched. She just used her charm. So she doesn't have her charm, and I can bully her. Once she used her charm, find that opportunity to bully her while you can, because she cannot stop you. All right?
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna play this through. Hey, talking about mana management, you're over 400 mana, so we're gonna see what you're gonna do here.
If there's actually another, if actually you only want to watch about half of this because nearing the other half I just kind of feed.
No, now, no, that's the one I want to look at as well.
There,
The question is positioning. Azir's positioning is very important. I want to see how you position. We gotta look at all your deaths, dude.
so
I un-
two,
Mhm,
so one thing is, I for whatever reason, and you'll see it in this game,
mhm.
when I ult as Azir, I think I can hit them when they're behind me. So like I'll dive in and then I'll turn around and ult to try and like push them from behind me in because I can't get behind them, right?
Mhm.
And it doesn't work very often.
All right, so we're gonna talk about this one as well. I want to talk a little bit more important here. All right, mana management, mana management. I want to get it into your head. Mana management. All right, so let's see. You know Ari's charm was up. All right, this is the one I wanted you to learn here. I understand you're not at that level yet. I don't expect you to be, but this is something you need to learn as well. Now, I understand. Okay, I'm gonna be willing to trade 130 mana to dodge a charm and not get poked. Because I understand you don't want to get poked, and I understand you want to survive in lane. So this one, did she throw a charm? No,
No,
she didn't. Because she baited you into using your mana,
shifting sands.
your shifting sands, and that consumes a lot of mana. So I wanna talk to you about that because, like I said, it's very important when laning phase. It's not just warding. It's not just keeping up with your opponent. It's also dodging skill shots. You gotta learn how to sacrifice 130 mana trying to dodge your skill shots because as you learn to dodge people's skill shots, it becomes a habit. I don't even need to think that she's gonna throw it. It just becomes a habit of me automatically moving to dodge it, then blowing a summoner.
Okay.
Right?
The other thing is I played, if you want to see on replay.gg, against I was Darius top lane against an Azir, and he absolutely bullied me out of lane. I couldn't do anything. He never dropped below half mana. He kept poking me over and over again, and I don't know if you want to watch that and maybe show me what he did. Because me buying 2 Doran's rings was because I played against that guy, and I noticed that he wasn't dropping below.
Alright.
So I don't know if that really matters to you, or but
Alright,
like
okay.
he destroyed me, and I was Darius top. I couldn't touch him. I couldn't do
Okay.
anything to him.
So let's talk about Azir. Alright. So we're just gonna talk to the fact that I don't have to review it. I just know what happened. Because I played Azir, I mean Azir. Let me see. Azir bullied you out of lane because you're melee versus range. Let me guess. The moment you moved around his Q, his soldiers, he pushed it towards you and bullied you, correct?
The minute I went to hit a minion, he spawned it on me, autoed me,
And
dashed
put
it to the other side of me, autoed me, and then autoed me again, and he just did it over and over and over
now,
again the entire lane.
now think about it. What is Azir's weakness? Once he uses the soldiers to move, what can he do next?
Nothing.
There you go. That's your opportunity to go at him. Why?
But he stayed so far away, I
He's
couldn't
no,
get close to him.
no. He stayed far away. But the point is, can he poke you if you're out of your? Okay, so for example, we're gonna talk about the Darius. Okay, for example, you're being here, being autoed, right? The moment you move here, do you think he can auto you?
No,
Do you think he can move it after moving his soldiers with his Q?
no, because he only gets 1 Q.
Because he gets only one Q. See, every champion has a counter. Every champion has a counter. Azir, nobody learned how to counter Azir. Why? Is because they're scared of the soldiers. Because people don't learn how to move around the soldiers. They only know how to go in and out. Why not around it?
Hmm.
There you go. But we'll go on with this game, and we're gonna see here. All right, so Lee Sin is clearing this one. Don't commit. All right. Yeah, if he commits, he's gonna die. All right, so we're gonna talk about plays here. All right, so. Um, Alright, so your mana management is fine. At this point, you're going to miss that one, you're going to get that one. Please don't miss this one. Alright, so... Alright, one. Alright, so you poked her once. There you go. Proc the Thunderlords. And do you see how much damage your Thunderlords did?
Decent amount.
A decent amount. Pushed her to half health. Rinse and repeat every 20 seconds. Your Thunderlords has a cooldown of 20. I think it scales 25 to 15 seconds as the game goes, but we're just gonna put it at 20 seconds.
But then I'm not on mana management anymore because I'm using my soldiers and my Q,
Yeah,
right?
you're using your soldiers and your Q. But the point is, if you learn how to mana management, imagine harassing your target with your soldiers every 20 seconds instead of every 2-3 seconds, correct? Instead of spawning a soldier every 5 seconds, try spawning a soldier every 15 to 20 seconds while trying to last hit your minions. I understand people spawn soldiers to last hit a cannon minion because the cannon minion is super important. Because it gives gold. Now see, Lee Sin, or did you ward it? Whose ward is this?
It's Lee Sin's.
Okay, Lee Sin warded. Imagine you see how vision can help you. Alright, so... What made you play safe here? Because of Lee Sin. Imagine if a ward wasn't there.
I would have no idea. My Q's gone.
And your Q's gone. So, alright. So there, he backs off. Vision helps saves... vision saves lives. So... Alright, so we're gonna skim through this one. Stupid replay, it's so glitched. Alright. There you go. Alright. Now let's talk about this one. You're gonna miss that one. You're gonna miss both of them. Alright, so I want to talk about this one as well. When we're talking about CSing, I want to talk about also this one. Alright, you see these 3 minions. This has to become a habit. Alright, you gotta learn fast eyes. You gotta be quick on this one. We're gonna slow this down. There you go. When there's a minion like this one, when you see a caster minion about to get hit by a tower, walk up to it and auto it once.
Then wait for the tower to hit it, then hit it again.
And then hit it again. There you go. So there you go. Imagine if you landed in auto. Would I have killed it? 127, 68, 60. Yeah, okay. And auto would have killed it. So autoing it, let the tower hit, auto again. So, but here you missed it, of course, because the tower hit it twice, and then you put a soldier here when that wasn't needed, because the tower will bring it low enough for you to auto.
Just auto
it, and rinse and repeat. Because since you I don't think you scale attack speed anymore. Oh yeah, okay. Your W gains attack speed. I'm sorry. Yeah, you still scale attack speed. Since you still scale attack speed, you would have a chance to auto this again and let the tower kill it and auto it again. But you see here, you missed 2 CS. CSing is very important in the game because 16 CS equals a kill. It's always equal around a kill. It gives you about 300 gold. That's like a kill. So you want to always be ahead in CS. Alright, so... God damn, why is this so glitched? Alright, so... We're gonna fast forward this one. Alright, so we're gonna fast forward this one. She brags about her thing. You too as well.
She does that a lot.
Alright, so we're gonna talk about here. Alright, now tell me. Do you see yourself full mana?
Yes.
Harass her. When you see yourself with full mana, you use that opportunity to bully Ari out of lane. Is she full mana?
No.
Are you full mana?
Yes.
Yes. Now see, when you're full mana, I want you to control your mana when you're around 60-70%. But when you're 100%, use that mana to harass her because you generate mana over time. If you're at 100% mana the whole laning phase, you're just wasting time. So, okay, so I want you to use that mana to harass her. We're going to see here. Alright, so as again, is your Thunderlords up? Is your Thunderlords on cooldown? Of course not. So every 20 seconds, I want you to prioritize that Thunderlords. That's why a lot of people think that Thunderlord is good for bullying people out of lane. But is it good to use Thunderlords every time it's off cooldown? Yes! So it can help you push them out of lane, force them to recall, or force them to play in a risky situation where you can land a kill.
Okay.
Alright, so that's what I want you to do. Alright, so...
Another problem I have a lot with is I don't...
Ooh, wait, I want to take a look at this. Alright, so
this is where I tell you I try to ult from behind me.
Yes.
Because when I ult, it looks like they start behind me, and I feel like I can
Alright, let's take a look how you executed this combo when Lee Sin wanted to gank. Let me watch this in a really slow motion state.
And my friend did tell me, he said, Cam coming in, and I said, okay, got it.
Alright.
See, I thought that would push her, but it didn't.
That's... Huh. That touched. Alright. E, Q. Huh. Okay. I even questioned this a lot. That looked like it connected. Alright.
I thought it did too, but I
Hey,
wasn't.
hey, yeah, okay. So, bugs happen, or it didn't hit, okay? So you have no choice, but you have to tell yourself, alright, Ari used their ulti, I used my ulti. It's a trade. For example, even though Lee Sin ganked, I'm pretty sure she could have gotten away because she had 3 dashes as well. But, you used her ultimate. Now, alright, so let's talk about blue buff. Alright, so you're going to blue buff, Lee Sin's not there, Ari went home, and you're here. Now ask me, why did you need blue buff?
So I can pressure more? That's
No.
what I was thinking.
Now think about this one. Are you wasting time? Yes. Is anybody helping you with blue buff? No. Did Ari go back? I'm pretty sure she did. Let's take a look. Okay, so Ari went back. Alright? Now we're gonna talk about lane here. Ari went back after she ulted. You know, because she didn't have her ulti anymore. Now you have to tell yourself, why am I going for blue buff if I could have pushed the lane and denied her minions?
I don't know.
See,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
no, 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 that's completely fine. A lot of people don't know. Alright, the moment you see your mid laner gone, or have a thought she went back home, is the moment you want to push the lane. Why? Is because she's going to lose all this farm. Now, you think about killing your opponent will push you in a lead? Not just that. If you can't kill your opponent, but she's missing out a lot of minions, you're winning your lane regardless.
Okay.
So that's why I want, because I don't know if you were paying attention to last game. I'm pretty sure you were playing an ARAM, so I don't think you had your full attention. When I played Xerath against Lux, when Lux went home, if you watched my game, I always pushed the lane when Lux went back home,
And then you go back.
and then I go back.
Okay.
Because once you push the lane and this one gets and your minions get killed by the tower, the lane will reset by itself. Both of the minions will meet in the middle again. See, that's why I want you to do. I want you to get used to that. Just put in your head, okay, warding. That's my first priority. Warding. Second, mana management. I'm sorry. Third, dodging skill shots. Fourth, pushing the lane when your opponent's gone. It will give you a further lead. Because at this rate, when I saw you walking here, no one's helping you with blue buff. And second, you're still full of mana. Third, how much value can I get at blue buff if I pushed the lane, went back home, and went to blue buff? You see how much blue buff could give you more? Like you're making blue buff much more valuable now?
Yeah.
If you do take that route? Alright, so that's what I would have done, alright? So,
Okay.
So yeah, so no one's helping you here. You decide to freeze mid lane while Ari's running back, right? So we're gonna take a look here.
I thought now maybe you want to go back just to
Alright.
correct me, but you know when I was taking blue and I dashed to my minion, does that not give you a shield anymore? Because dashing to your your sand soldier used to give you a shield.
It
Did
never
not?
used to give you a shield. It only gives you a shield if you hit your opponent with it.
Oh.
No. See, so I understand. Look at this one. Dashes to sand soldiers, damaging enemies. Hit for okay. If Azir hits an enemy, he gains a shield. He stops
Okay.
and gains a shield. It's always been like that. It's always been like that.
Okay.
So yeah. So yeah.
Must I don't know. I must have thought in my head that it just gave you a shield straight up.
All right, so we're gonna take a wise route here. Rammus was smart enough to go for blue because I'm pretty sure why I told you your blue buff would be gone. So it can be 50-50. I'm just saying you from my own point. Pretend if just visualizing if Rammus wasn't there to steal your blue.
Well, the reason I did that was because Lee Sin, because I was in a Skype call with him. He told me he stole his Rammus's blue buff, so I said, "Can I take that blue buff?" And he said, "Yeah, go ahead."
All right. So now think about it. Now you went back home and Ari's middle. What is Ari gonna do?
Push up. Do
Push
exactly
up.
what I should have done.
And then do you miss all this farm?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's why I see it. Let's see what really happened. So there you go. There you go. You see all this farm? It's gone. You saw that? All the
Yep.
farm was completely gone. There you go. So you missed so much CS because of that. Did you get any? You got 2 CS out of how many CS? 8 CS. Alright, so we're going to take a look here. Alright, so we're going to rewind it back here as you got into lane and as, of course, as Lee Sin takes Dragon. So we're going to... Alright, so we're going to see what happens here. So okay, so Lee Sin said he's going to gank middle, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so we're going to see what happens here. Alright. Alright. Okay, so you used your Q already. Alright, so she misses the charm. Alright, so she... Alright. Now, what does that tell you? Does she have her ultimate?
No.
No. Alright, so you gotta put that in your head as well. There's no way we can time ultimates because we don't know how much cooldown reduction they have and how much, you know, when it's gonna be back up. It's very important to always keep time
Summoners.
on summoners. So that's the highest priority. Alright, so... Now, you have blue buff, but that doesn't mean you can just abuse it like that. You see how much mana you're missing? Don't always spam your Q. I want you to use your Q when you know you're gonna hit her. Alright?
Okay.
It doesn't have to be 2 soldiers, it can be 1 soldier. At least you can proc the Thunder Lords, is what's important. So, alright, so here again, we're back here. There's no wards at top lane. Bottom lane has wards, no top lane, and you're pushing extremely far out without vision here. Our Rammus can jump you. Alright, so we're gonna see here. So you decide to push the lane here. Alright. Now see about this one, I want to talk about this one as well. Alright, you finally punished her, but see here, I want to talk about this as well when you're pushing the lane. Wow, that's our hit. Okay, you see what you're doing here? You decided to push the lane instead of using that blue buff to harass her. Imagine if you're standing here and you push the soldiers to her. Can she farm?
No.
No. No matter if she's a ranged champion, she has to use her mana to farm. Now think of yourself if she was the Darius. Of course Darius isn't ranged, but the problem is that are you going to make her soldiers prevent her to farm? Of course. That's why I want you to do. Always when you have blue buff, you can use much more, you can use your skills a lot more. You can spam your skills. So I want you, next time when you have blue buff, punish your mid lane opponent instead of using the soldiers to push.
Okay.
Alright, so that's what I want you to do. Because at here, you see how she's just waiting for you to push the lane? Because she's just gonna farm under turret.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to, next time, yeah, just try to punish her. Alright, so here, we're gonna... Alright, so you got the Thunderlord's proc off. She's farming here. Okay, there you go. Charm, there you go. And you're dead. Alright, so, what did I tell you? I knew Rammus was gonna gank here. Why?
Because I didn't have vision.
Now, didn't have vision. And how many wards have you placed?
Like all game, probably
No.
like 1.
Okay, not just one. How many? Okay, you see the stealth wards 0 out of 3 placed.
Yeah.
After, I think, level 9, you're level 9. Level 9, you gain 2 charges, or I think that's, or whatever. I don't know which level you gain it, but see, stores 1 charge every 140 seconds. You see how stealth ward's placed, 0 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever your stealth ward totem's up, use it. Because you're not making value out of the warding totem. It's like you're playing without a trinket. And of course, when you're level 9, buy the blue one. No more yellow. Buy the blue one.
Okay.
Alright, so you did die by Rammus. So we're gonna take a look on how this went. So you didn't ward, so that was the first thing that was on my mind. I'm like, he's gonna gank you. So let's take a look at this one. Alright, so take a look at this one. We're gonna slow this down. Alright, so he ganked you. You got taunted. And charmed. You flashed, and she decided to flash as well. They both flashed. Okay, so they both flashed, and of course she died. Was that worth?
No.
Do you think a ward could have saved your life?
Definitely.
Of course it would. Okay, so at least you're learning something from this. Wards always saves lives. So I want you to engrave into your head, wards, ward.
That's another problem I have is I don't look at minimap.
Ah,
I always
that's
forget to
wrong.
look.
Alright, so there you go. Look at the minimap. And not just look at the minimap. Also, do you play at lock camera?
No, I play with
Good.
it unlocked.
Okay. Whew.
Well,
Oh, okay.
okay, let me explain what I do. I used to play with locked camera, and like the people I'm pre-made with are the people I play with all the time. and they told me to uh,
Hmm?
I totally just blanked. Sorry, I'm watching something on the side. Like, what were we talking about again?
Okay, okay, mini map, and you were talking about how you always play with your pre-made.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't
Okay,
remember.
okay, okay. So I'm gonna talk about this. Even what Zep and Dragon Chat said, okay, minimap is hard to keep looking at. Of course, everything can be hard because you're always focused in your lane. But
Now I remember. Okay, now I remember. Sorry.
okay,
It's
continue.
about locking my screen. No, I used to play with my screen locked, and then my pre-made kept telling me don't do it. It's not worth it because this was the first like MOBA I've ever played. So when I first started, I was really bad at it, and then I just started doing it. And I used to watch pro players. I watch a lot of Dyrus
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course. I love
just
Darius.
because I do. He's pretty funny,
He is. He is. In a
and
very monotone way.
I feel like I've picked up like whenever I used to watch him, he would have his screen unlocked, but he would hold space a lot.
Hmm.
And that's what I do is whenever I'm like like I want to see myself or I'm in lane, I just hold space almost the entire time.
Oh,
And
that's.
then if I want to look, then I move it and then I press space to get it back to myself and then I hold it if I'm in lane again or
Oh, okay. So everyone's different. Everyone. I'm just saying that at least you learn how to play with unlock because I'm not saying unlock camera is bad, but it limits your vision. It limits a lot of things. Now, for me, how I played with unlock camera was I played a game called Dota, and not Dota 2, Dota 1. Dota 1 was on a Warcraft, and it didn't have a lock camera mode. I always played with unlock. That's how when I play this game, I'm used to having unlock. Now we're gonna talk about this one as well. Is that we're gonna jump into the minimap. Of course, looking at the minimap can be stressful because you want to pay attention to your lane, not the minimap. But at the same time, when you're playing mid lane, the most important role because you control the map. Faker, right?
Mhm.
I was reading Faker's wiki, and Faker said he plays Rise to practice combos. He plays Twisted Fate so he can focus on the minimap.
I like
Because
Twisted Fate. That was actually the other mid laner I tried learning, but
the
it
blue
was
card.
hard. I can't play a champion who doesn't have a way to escape.
A way to
To
escape.
rely on only one thing. Like I can dash away, I can ult if I need to push people away, but TF if they get rid of my stun card, that's it. I can't do anything else to try and get away.
See, I completely understand, but in this game, if you can, okay, you might lose. Okay, I'm not saying you're gonna lose, but of course, in this game, in this replay, we're learning about your mistakes and how to fix them. You just know this, okay. For example, you didn't coach this. What would you be doing? You would be repeatedly making the same mistakes over and over and not realizing it until somebody tells you.
Hmm.
That's why I'm trying to push it into your head. Okay, warding, minimap, mana management. If I can fix those three, can I win more games? Because the
I
more
have the potential to win
you
more
have the
games.
yeah, you have the potential. I mean, you can't win all the games, but the point is that what you learned here, try to put in normals, try to make in custom games, try to learn some moves. Because once you realize that you've gotten a lot better, you can easily win mid lane. You can easily bully your opponent out of lane. Makes the game easier, not just for you, but your other laners as well.
Hmm.
So that's why I want you to do. All right, so we're gonna play it here. Okay, so you got. Wow, wait, what the? Dead. All right, so let's take a look again. All right, so also, okay, I want to also capitalize. This is why when you're fresh as here, have you used your ignite at all compared to the first gank?
No, I haven't used it
No,
since.
because you are scared to commit. That's why I said when you're first time Azir, when you're first time Azir, learn to use defensive spells first. So I want to
Hmm.
talk about this one. All right, we're gonna talk about this one. Back. All right, all right. Look at this one. I want to talk to you about this one. All right, you got taunted. Okay,
Yeah.
imagine if you had cleanse.
Hmm.
There you go. I always bring a cleanse when I'm facing Twisted Fate, Twisted Fate, Lux, or Ari. No matter when I'm playing Azir and I'm facing against three of them, three of those champions, I always take cleanse. Why?
So essentially, take cleanse on a champion who has one form of hard CC.
Yes, because you got to question yourself. If I get caught by a charm, will Ignite save me?
No,
Will Barrier save me?
possibly, but not
Possibly,
really.
not really. But if a team fight went, would heal save me? Would teleport? Will anything save me? Will cleanse save me? Yes, because cleanse is so you don't get caught, so you can stay in the fight. So I
Okay.
want you to learn using defensive summoner spells than just offensive. All right, so we're gonna skim this a bit. Okay, so you get a kill here. You revive. Okay. Just remember, once you hit level 9, I want you to get your boarding totem. The blue one. So, alright, so we're gonna talk about this again. What do you see your mistake in this one?
Not, not. Well, no wards. First of
Okay,
all.
no. That's the main thing. No wards. Nothing else. Just no wards.
Okay.
So, is it getting into your head? Like, are you finally saying, okay, I gotta put wards in my next time I play Azir?
Yeah, I mean, I don't even ward anywhere at all, really. I mean, even if I play top lane, I forget to ward. It's just like when I used to be able to just like wards were free, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now there's only your green wards and pink. Like there's no other way to get vision, unless of course you have like a sightstone. I always like it just never comes to my mind that like buying the ward and I mean I
I understand because we know we are players of season 3. But remember, if we don't learn to adapt with the meta and how the game is right now, we're gonna stay behind everyone.
okay.
Because I can tell myself, man, I miss green words, pink words. But is there anything I can do about that? No, you gotta learn what's new and forget the old because the old is in the past now.
Hmm.
I can say I don't like playing Azir because he doesn't have his knockup anymore. But he has
Doesn't
newer
help.
mechanics and it doesn't help. It's me nagging about the past is not gonna make any difference. We just
Hmm.
gotta learn what's happening now. So that's what I want you to do. Okay, you gotta tell yourself, even though we don't have wards, I gotta remind myself, what did the game give me? It gave me a warding totem for a reason. It gave me the ability to place a ward and help me prevent ganks from Rammus.
Hmm.
So that's what I want you to do. And also, if you can, I'll go explain it. Pink words are very important as well. So, alright,
Okay.
so uh,
Just a question, actually. Where is Azir in this current meta? Where would you?
I Medios loves playing him when he. Wait, I can't pause it. What the? Oh my god, I can't pause it. Oh my god. Okay, so I can't pause it. I can slow it down. Okay, so Azir isn't top tier, but he's still one of, I would say, from going S down, I would say he's like A tier. The top tier I see right now is Orianna because of her big buff, and pretty much that's about it. I would say about Orianna and being a mid lane because she controls. Twisted Fate has been played, but it's a skill required champion. Ari has played as well, because even though she got nerfed, she's still popular in catching opponents, dealing that damage, picking. Because she's the only champion who has a ranged taunt that pulls people. So
Mhm.
in this one, in the meta where Azir can go anywhere depending on the player itself. If you're a god Azir, Azir can be the best. If you're a bad Azir, of course Azir can suck.
As I've known, since, like I got destroyed top lane by an Azir.
Yeah, Azir depends on who's a good, like, it'll really depend who's a good and bad Azir. Now you saw this one, Lee Sin ganked Ari, and Ari doesn't have her ultimate now.
Alt, and he told me that too. He said at least I got her ulti, so.
Alright, so you're a new time Azir. Okay, so that's why when you told me I keep dying, do you realize why you're dying?
So I'm not watching.
You're not watching and you're not worrying. But you finally realize it, right? Like,
Mhm.
you're telling yourself, okay. Now, Ari has blue buff, the lane resets. Now, the first thing I see is that,
Full mana.
no, not just full mana. I can't even pause it, I'm so pissed. Okay, blue buff's up. Your lane is still running. Lee Sin could have helped you take this one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. All right, so we're gonna skip through it. All right, I can't pause it sadly, and my thing is glitched. All right, there you go. Okay, did you see what she just used?
Charm.
She just used her charm. Okay, so
And that's why I went. That's why I went to poke.
all right, so we're gonna. Wow, I can't even slow it down. Okay, I can slow it down. All right, so we're gonna talk about this one. That's not what I want to see. All right, she used charm. Alright, so she poked, and you see how much you can punish her when she uses that charm? I want you to rinse and repeat. If Xerath just used his stun, if Twisted Fate just used his cards, if Ari just used their charm, what am I going to do? Wow, that's up early. Holy. Alright, what am I gonna do? Use that advantage to poke down my mid laner. Alright, so I want to talk about this one. I see a play potential here. I'm pretty sure you're still new at it. Alright, so we all know Ari doesn't have...
Now dive the Sand Soldier, dive to it with E, and push her back into the tower.
Yes! Yes! Okay, here we go.
Right here.
Here we go. Okay, it can be here. Okay, so you're here, right? Alright, so I don't know what's the cooldown on your Q. Your cooldown on your Q is 4 seconds. And she went back. I'm pretty sure 4 seconds has passed already. This is such a high potential play here. Dash your soldiers and push her back. You see how close she is?
Mm-hmm.
You see how close that is? Of course, but we can all see it. We can all think this is what we could have done. But I'm sure the problem is, I think what's stopping you is that, alright Dolby, take care. But what's stopping you is that maybe you're just a little afraid that you might miss. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when we mess up, we're just afraid of doing it again. Because we have in our head, what happens if I screw up?
Mm-hmm.
But it's best to do it just to learn the combo. After this coaching session, I want to bring you one of my old replays with the old Azir. But it's still the Azir without knockup, but it's the
Hold on,
Azir...
just a second. Sorry.
Alright. I can't even pause it. I can't pause this! Alright. This is like the longest coaching session I did. We're barely halfway and it's already 1 hour. Alright guys, while we're waiting guys, anyone new to the stream, welcome. I'm still in my coaching session. We're coaching a Azir player. He's very new to Azir and he wants to learn how to play Azir. Now remember
Sorry.
guys. Alright, so continuing on. Let's see here. We're gonna skim through this. Yeah, no problem, dude. Here. Alright. Alright, what did Ari use? She used her ulti, right? Shoot. Yeah, she used her ulti. Alright, so again, she doesn't have her ultimate up. Alright, she doesn't have her ultimate up right now. Alright, so put that in mind. Alright, so you're gonna farm this one. Alright, so we're gonna see what happened here. I'm gonna take a look at this fight. Alright, we're gonna take a look what happened here. Alright, so
I think my biggest problem is I think I need to not like watch LCS players as much as I think because I know when I watch Dyrus, every time somebody misses even one CS, he's like
missed.
oh, there's like, oh my god, I can't believe they missed that. How could have they missed that? And if he misses, he's just like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm missing this. And so when I go back to play my own games, CSing, like I think to myself, okay, I have to get the CS. I can't miss it. I can't.
No, even for me, I get pissed when I miss the CS. That's why when you see on my stream, when I try to see it, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna miss this one. And I get super depressed about it. I get depressed, oh, I'm gonna miss this one, and I might miss this one and fall. And then I keep thinking in my head, I gotta move on, I can't miss the next one. That's why CSing is very important. That's why when I see a lot of players having like 50 CS at 20 minutes, that's not good. So they're missing a lot of gold. Alright, so we're going to talk about this one. You're very low here. Alright, so you got all of that. You're going to stay in lane. You're going to stay in lane. Dragon's up. Ari doesn't have ult. Oh wait, Ari's ultimate is up. Now you're playing another greedy game. Okay, so Rammus is at red. This is where I want you to focus at the minimap. Always focus where the jungler is. If jungler's top lane, you can bully mid lane. If jungler's bottom, you can bully mid lane. Why? Is because jungler's not going to gank you anytime soon. So I want you to take a look at that. Minimap is super important. Right, so we're gonna... Ah, there you go.
She flashed on me.
Yep, she used it because you were very low in lane. So this part, there you go. What did you just do? You just
Walked
ate
into it.
her. Wait, what? He did. The chat spotted it.
What?
You warded. You placed the ward.
Oh.
I didn't even notice. All right, but we're just gonna skip through that. All right, so, all right, so she decided to almost go back, and this is the part I want to talk about. You just ate her.
True damage coming back Q.
Not just that, you just ate both of them. All right, so you dodged it. That was great. You dodged a charm, but you ran back into the Q. There you go. You just ate it. All right.
Yeah.
So what's on her mind saying, if he stays, I'm just gonna kill him.
Yeah.
So we're gonna talk about this one. There you go. And you died. She even missed her charm, but you still died because you were really low health. So, alright, so we're gonna skim through this one. We're gonna wait until you spawn.
And the next item I'm going for is a Crystal Scepter.
Yes, Rylai's Crystal Scepter. Very important. It allows you to poke and harass much more while they're being slowed by 40%. Now, mid lane's missing. Mid lane's up here. She got blue buff. You push the lane. She's gonna end up here or here. There's two ways. There you go. Now, I want to talk about this one. As the moment she's coming back,
Put a soldier there.
put a soldier there. Why? The reason why I want you to pull the soldier there, she's pressured to either go the other way and miss CS or take poke. Either one.
Okay.
Alright, so this is something new for you. Alright, so we're gonna go a little bit through. And you're dead. Alright, so we're gonna talk about this one as well. I wanna go through this one. She committed with you here. Right, so you take a lot of poke from this one. She charmed you. She poked you. Now think about it. Would have cleanse saved you?
Yes.
Did you know cleanse also removes ignite?
Yes, I did.
There you go. So your work seems to be doing fine top lane.
That Warwick is a Diamond 3 player.
All right.
He has 1 million points on Darius, so
Jesus Christ.
that's all he plays, and that's why he's in Diamond 3. And that's why I try to play Darius, and I fail, and I feel bad about it because I've seen him 1v5 a team before, many times.
Darius can 1v5 a team. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this one. This is the one I question as well. All right, first things first. What did you do?
I missed the one soldier.
No, you didn't miss the soldier. You decided to walk into a bush that wasn't warded, and what did you just do? Get caught.
Get destroyed.
Get destroyed. Now, you don't have your ultimate anymore. Your ultimate was not being used defensively or offensively because you know that your ultimate really works if the opponent's actually hugging you, not in a decent range. So, here
The reason I put it up was because I didn't know who else was going to come out of that bush because I saw Rammus up there and I didn't want to get Powerball whatever, so I used it just to hold him back.
So, the defensive usage. Okay, so we're going to see here. Warwick's going to get taunted here. Warwick's going to get taunted here. There you go. And Warwick's gonna die. Alright,
I realized that, so I'll get Collins again.
You get... Okay, we're gonna... Alright.
If I would have kept going up, I was worried that I was going to get hit by like the Soraka stars or Lucian was going to dash. So what I was assuming, if you watch, I walk this way. He starts the culling. I was going to hope he would dash and follow me up. So I was like, okay, I'll just walk back down and see if he does it, but he didn't.
And then, of course, you died here.
Because he could have just stopped and Q lasered me and I would have died. So I was like, well, maybe he'll dash just to try and keep up with my movement, but...
Now you have to ask yourself, why was I low in that fight?
Because I was low from before from the Ahri.
There you go. Now remember, if you need to back. You need to recall, just recall. Why? Is because if you recall, do you think your team is going to initiate without you? Of course not.
Yeah.
So, alright, so we're gonna skim through this until you're alive. Alright, so we're gonna see through this one. Alright, so you're pushing your I mean, you're trying to defend your lane, and you took a lot of poke as well. I'm gonna skim through this one.
I've been trying to pick up another mid laner so I don't have to keep playing Veigar over and over again.
No, that's fine. Azir is still great, but it requires many games to practice. It requires so much.
Sorry, just give me a second one more time.
Okay. That was a good ulti, but zero fall off. And he gets caught here. Slammed against the wall, taunted. There you go, okay. Alright, I'm gonna...
Sorry.
Alright, so let's talk about this one. Alright. Your Q's up. You push them. That was a good ulti. Alright, there you go. There's a flash. Soraka was forced to flash. There you go. Back off. You decide to commit.
I don't know why I did that now rewatching this.
You get slowed. Let me guess, you're gonna get slammed to the wall. Ram is taunted, and you're dead. So, alright, so there.
I now rewatching that. I don't know why I went in on that. I think I'm now at that point where I was probably too tilted to even to even notice what I was doing.
Alright, so we're gonna skim through it. Alright, so Ari's pushing mid lane again. You're trying to farm up. It's already 27 minutes in. Okay, so we're gonna keep watching this.
And I'm 0-6-0. This is how it normally goes when I play Azir, so.
And we're gonna change that. Alright. Roll in. Okay, he doesn't roll because you have your escape.
I was gonna try and help him.
But you should. Okay, we can see here. It's
I helped him a
bit.
bit. I did ward it, because it wasn't.
There you go. No, that's a good ward. Finally you warded.
And I backed off here because I was like, well, you're pretty dead by yourself anyway, so see ya.
So Ari's there, and you have to back off. If you need to back off, back off. It's best giving one kill instead of giving a double kill. So, not warded here, very dangerous.
I see him on the minimap because he's at the ward I just placed though, so.
Yeah, but okay, now see. Now because the ward was placed, you see how warding can give you information? Alright, so... Right here... Alright, so Lee Sin got taunted, backed off. Alright, so we're gonna skim through this one. Alright. 3 people are here, you don't know where the other 2. I saw Soraka somewhere there. Alright, so you decided you're very off split. Okay, so Lucian's there, Soraka's up here. Alright, so there was a Ari there. You could have gotten charm. There you go, there's a charm. It landed. She throws a Q. She doesn't fall up, okay. So you have to go the long way route because you know you could have gotten caught there. Alright, so we're gonna see at this fight. Alright, so you got Poppy. And you got taunted and you're gonna die. Okay, so we're gonna slow this down. What was going on in your mind, if you could tell me?
Well, I'm pissed that I don't have anything. I really don't want to keep playing this game, and I hope my team can do more than me, so I'm just gonna go in and see if I can do anything to help any of them.
Alright, so talk about this. So here, you push Poppy back. Okay, so I'm pretty sure she gets killed. You get killed as well. Now think about it. When you're being pissed and you're tilted, do you think that's helping the team?
Nope.
Of course not. I understand that, you know, you're not having a great game. Not everybody's gonna have a great game. And wow, that was and I exhausted Zanya. You know, the only moment I would have done that play is if I had Zanya's, to be honest. Because the moment I commit, I Zanya. But you're behind, that's why I don't want you to make these plays. If you're super up behind, use your ultimate more defensively than in offensive state. So, alright, so we're gonna actually skim through this one. Yeah, this is where you're actually tilted, correct?
Yep.
Alright, so we're gonna take...
And I don't want to get a kill because whenever... And this isn't... Because I play with that Warwick guy. a lot, and so a lot of my knowledge comes from him. And I don't want to get a kill because if I get a kill, I'm worth gold, and he tells me that. And I got a kill there, and I'm kind of upset with myself
No,
because now
no,
I'm worth
no,
gold.
no, 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 no. Never be upset with yourself, whether you gain gold or whether you're gold or not. Don't let anybody tell you you don't deserve kills. You are a mid laner. Getting a kill will help you. Of course, it may help them, but remember, it's not just about his decision as well. It's about yours. Okay, so you got caught here because it wasn't worth it. But we're gonna talk about this. Getting a sister kill may reset your gold, but the biggest thing is that are you trying to finish your item? What's the point of me playing if I'm not gonna finish my item build? Correct? Even though he may be fed, why would anyone tell you not to play the game, not to get a kill? Then why are you playing the game for then? See?
I don't know. I just play it for fun.
No,
That's
of
why
course.
I told you when I play, I don't play ranked.
Yeah, you don't
Because
play.
I haven't played ranked since the end of Silver 3. I have, like, that Silver 3 rank that I am, that's been there since the end of Season 3. I didn't even play ranked in Season 4.
Oh, okay, okay.
Because I'm just too tired of losing all the time and feeding all the time.
Okay.
So I just said, you know what, I'm just going to play to have fun.
Okay.
And if I become better, then maybe I'll try it again. But
Okay. Now, do you think this is fun already?
no, I'm not really having much
See,
fun.
you're not having fun regardless. Now, it's not just him. Just don't let anyone tell you whether you deserve a kill or not. You're playing the game to learn regardless it's a ranked game or not. We're here to learn. I'm here to coach you. And when you need kills, when Azir actually gets fed enough, he becomes a monster. He can basically 1v3, 1v4 depending on how far he is. So even though you're feeding and of course you're on tilt, try to break that tilt. Because you're here to learn how to play him.
Yeah.
Alright, so I know here you got a kill, and
And it's not like my friend, like the Diamond 3 player, he didn't tell me like, oh, you getting a kill is bad now. It's just that's what he said before when we've played in the past, not specifically to me,
but just in
he's
general.
like, if anybody, he's just like now the like his laner, if their laner gets a kill, like let's say he's playing Darius and he goes 3-0 like he usually does. And the our jungler goes in and they get a kill, and like the jungler dies. He goes, cool, now they're worth more gold, and then he goes back in and he destroys them, and now he gets more. And it's the little things that I pay attention to. Like even when I watch like top tier players, and they and like Dyrus says, oh, I can't believe I missed a CS. That in my mind says, okay, now I don't want to miss a CS because if I do, then it's gonna make me look. It's going to make me feel worse about myself because I don't want to look bad. Because I want to become good. Like my Diamond 3 friend, he's the guy that I kind of like look up to, and he's the one that I try to be better as. Because, yes, I can watch top tier players, but they don't talk to me, so they can't help me. So I always ask him for what he thinks. And he's not normally helpful when it comes to that. I mean, he is, but at the same time, he always says, oh, I just do what I do, It's like it's just
Anyone
obvious.
can say they do what they do. Because the point is, when you play the game, especially when it comes to Diamond, this is muscle memory now. We don't even tell ourselves, okay, I'm going to do this. We basically just react to what's going to happen. That's why I just from what I think, but just remember as well, Ultimate didn't connect. Just remember.
See, yeah, I try to do that where I try and pull them from behind me, and it just doesn't seem to work.
Doesn't seem to work. Okay, now, but we're talking about this one. His point of view may be different. Just remember, top and mid are two different lanes. I'm not gonna say top lane is easier, but But there's only two ways, or maybe three ways of getting ganked by top lane compared to middle, where you're open 7 areas.
That's why I don't play mid lane, is because I don't ward, and I don't see, so I don't pay much attention. And the lane I normally play the most is AD carry, and my support wards for me.
And your support wards you.
I mean, I do ward here and there, right? But the support has more control over that than I do. So,
that's why there's always a use of your blue trinket. Your blue trinket is there to ward, and your blue trinket will last forever until it's killed. So, looks like here you're winning, but I'm pretty sure...
we lose.
Yeah, there you go. There's a back door. Rammus is still big. Alright, so you're gonna go...
I don't know what I'm doing now. I'm just trying to not get in the way. That's what I'm trying to do now. So why it looks like I'm not really going anywhere?
Alright.
It's because I don't know where I'm going. I'm waiting for something to happen so I can move in on it.
There's gonna be one big team fight here. Okay, Warwick's dead. You get taunted. Ari kills you. No, you flashed away. Poppy split pushing bot lane. Alright, so you're just gonna... Yeah, you're gonna... Oh, they got Baron. Okay, so you're gonna slowly lose here. Alright,
Yep.
so I want to talk about this one is that in this game, what I learned from you is when you're playing mid lane, a big important role, you can't just tell yourself, I'm gonna let somebody ward for me. It's finally your job to do. It's finally your job to, like, it's your job to ward, it's your job to mana management, it's your job to dodge skill shots. Nobody's gonna do it except you. Nobody is gonna make you a better player than you. I'm here to guide you, I'm here to coach you. But is that up to me to decide if you're gonna be good or not?
I take the advice you
Yeah.
give me, and I'm the one who has to implement it.
Yes, there you go. Now see, I already pinpointed you a lot of mistakes. Now what I want you to do is look up these mistakes. When you're in game, first realize it. Okay. What did Paninu tell me? Am I over pushing too much? Do I have any wards to help me out? No. What do I have to do? Ward. Alright. I done that. Second, what do I do next? Alright.
What's
I'm
my mana at?
What's my mana at? Is it enough to do a full combo? Is she low enough for me to execute? No, not yet. Okay, let me stop using my soldiers for a bit.
Well, actually, I didn't even know I could make it so like my abilities tell me how much mana my stuff
Yeah,
is
not a lot of people.
until you told me, like right before I went into that ARAM game about an hour ago.
Mhm.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Not a lot of people do. And then third is to tell yourself, okay, mana management and warding is done. Can I
Mhm.
dodge skill shots? Because you have to tell yourself that if I can dodge skill shots, I can survive in lane and bully Ari much more. That's
Okay.
what I want you to learn, alright? Those
Yeah.
are the three core things before anything else. Because here in your death, you did a wonderful Azir and laning phase. It's just mana management is just the key thing, but everything else is just warding, which is not Azir related, and dodging skill shots is nothing Azir related. You died not because you played Azir, you just died because you didn't ward, or you didn't...
And no matter what champion I play, this happens where I normally will lose this way. Except unless I play Veigar, because his stun can't,
because of
like,
his stun. But
it's
remember,
so wide it can block anything.
it can block anything, but just remember, you're not playing Veigar. Every champion is different. Every champion has its own abilities. So I understand he played Azir because he has the dash, but it's just his early game you have to get through. You gotta push through the early game.
Well, I play Azir because he's my favorite champion overall. Him
Yeah,
and
there too.
and Draven are my two favorite champions, and I want to learn to play him just because I like the way he plays.
Mm-hmm.
But I think like I lose in mid lane probably just as even as I lose any Azir game. But I think it's because I want to become a better Azir. I feel worse when I lose than let's say I pick Vel'Koz mid lane and I just do as bad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh well, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But when I lose as Azir, I'm like, I really wish I could play this champion. And
All right. So I wanna. So you still have my desktop, right? You can see my league screen, right? So
Yep.
I'm gonna show you a little bit of this one. Let's talk about the Azir drift. This was my past video when I coached last year. I missed. Oh, the song's terrible. Okay, so I'm muting it. Okay, so you see in this. You see in this video, I was playing Azir. This was. This was around. Yeah, this is plot 3. Okay, so I was smurfing, and let's talk about this one. Let's talk about Azir bullying and what you can do. Alright, so you see me place a soldier, and you see me... Okay, so the first thing is that they have a Malzahar. Alright, they have a Malzahar. I just want to show you some cool things you could have done. Alright, this is the old Azir where you couldn't knock up, but his dash worked differently. Did you know the changes with Azir E and Q before?
no, I don't really know anything that's been changed with Azir.
Alright, so you only know about the knockup, correct?
The knockup, and I think that his auto attack doesn't scale off cooldown anymore or something
Yeah,
like that.
okay, so that.
That's about it.
So let's talk about Azir, Q, and E. Before, if you dash to your soldier and Q at the same time, the moment you touch your soldier, you stop dashing with it.
Mhm.
But the new thing is that no matter if you touch your soldier, you will dash to wherever your soldier's gonna dash at its end point.
Mhm.
So it was very hard to combo with Azir back then compared to now. And also the ultimate, when you use your ultimate, it had a dash range of 175, but now it's buffed to 350. So it's a longer push. So it's easier to land your ultimate when you're hugging an opponent.
Mhm.
So we're gonna talk about this one, what's going on to my head, why I want to show you this replay. All right, so Gragas was pinging middle. If you the minimap is small, but Gragas was here. If you see my
Mhm.
mouse,
Yep.
so Gragas was pinging middle, saying, "Hey, Malzahar's flashed down. I want to kill him." Now, think in your mind, what do I have to do to get him out of his tower?
Well, alt would be really the only way,
All
or bait him.
or bait him. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about where I place my soldiers. Now let's see. I placed my soldiers there for a reason. First thing, place my soldier there. How long does your soldiers last?
I don't actually know that.
9 seconds. It lasts for 9 seconds. So there
Okay.
we go. So I walk away thinking, what did Malzahar think? I'm so far away, I can't auto attack with my soldiers.
Mhm.
Okay, there you go. So what did Malzahar do? What is
Came
this?
back.
He came back. Where? Close to the soldier. What am I going to do?
Push the soldier, dash to the soldier, alt back. Gragas is gonna body check, and you're gonna kill him.
Let's see. So let's do it. What happened?
Exactly that.
There you go. That's what you could have done with Ari. Remember when you were here and
Yep.
Ari was here? Simple dash. I did this dash and I didn't record it. You know I'm a cutie pie.
I have heard of him.
He was
I've
a
heard
he's a
enough that I don't want to watch him though.
okay. He's a challenger AD carry. I faced him with my middle Azir. The replay's completely gone somewhere, but I faced him. I did the exact same thing from I'm a cutie pie. He's a
Mhm.
challenger. I did that because you want to beat people near your soldiers. There's another one there as well. Uh, there's another one. Let me
I've
see.
watched a lot of like Azir videos, and I've heard about things like something called the Shuriman Shuffle or whatever
Yes, the
that is.
Shurima Shuffle. All
I
right.
don't know what any of that is though. I don't even know how to do it. I just know people talking about high level Azir players always doing this Shuriman Shuffle, and I don't know.
Because it's the playmaker. Okay, now let's talk about this one. Uh, hey. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this one. What do you see in this one? Okay, so I have my, so we're gonna talk about this one. There's a tower there.
Yep,
My score is 2 kills, 1 death. Okay, so it's pretty bad. All right, so what did I do here? Okay,
that's bad.
mm, I'm not fed, but I was confident. Okay, so let's talk about this one. All right, so we're gonna talk about what happened here. I placed my soldier there, was auto attacking.
Hmm.
What did I see first?
They're all coming back up.
Okay, they're coming back up. This is the Tristan, this is the 80 carry. The moment I see the 80 carry going to last hit these, I tell myself 2 steps ahead, I'm gonna dash in and ulti all 3 of them back to my tower. And Lee
Hmm.
Sin is there supporting me. So let's take a look at it again. The moment you see Tristana auto-attacking, the
Hmm.
moment I see Tristana auto-attacking, okay, she's about to hit the last one. You see the last one?
Yeah,
Very low. The
her
moment she
team's
out
breaking off of from her now as well.
her team's breaking off. There you go. Let's talk about this. And my flash was up. So, the moment she's gonna land, she was about to auto attack. I dashed in, ultied both of them. Now I know Alistar is gonna pulverize me, and I'm gonna get killed by the laser tower. But
Flash.
I had my flash up, so I flashed to safety around my wall because we know that allies can go through the wall, but we know enemies cannot. So
Hmm.
there you go. Alistar decided to flash and pulverize, but he made a mistake. There you go. So I want you to learn from these that remember you always use your soldiers as a bait. But remember, when making, I'm just showing you these flash plays because I know if I can do it, you can do it. But it took me about 100 games, like not 100 games, like maybe 50 games of Azir, trying to perfect him when he first came out.
Hmm.
But before that, standing before that, I want you to remember wording is the key before anything else. Uh, what is this one? Oh, I know. This is Zerath. Okay, this is Zerath game. All right. So yeah, I hope you learned something from this coaching session, dude. Has
Yep.
been a 90-minute coaching session.
Oh, well,
So,
thank you.
no, I don't care. I mean, for me, why I ask in return is that hopefully these the things I've been telling you gets to you, and hopefully that when you do rank, remember the three things I told you: ward, mana management, and dodging your opponent's skill shots. Capitalize on those three things. And also reminder, don't forget about your rune page. Get HP scaling seals and cooldown reduction per level glyphs.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, so
All right. Well, thank you very much for the help, and I will go and try that right now. Actually, try and do what you told me.
all right, and hey, this may not be our last coaching session. Like I said, if I have an opening schedule next week, I'm not this week though. Next week, try a coaching schedule with me and let me see more of your replays with Azir, and I can push you more. There's a lot more other mistakes I want to tell you, but right now, let's focus on the little things right now. Those three first mistakes. All right?
Okay, sounds good.
All
Thank you
right.
very much.
All right. Later, Cloud.
See ya.